All right, so I'm back, and this is another video, and it's June the 6th, and I feel like today is a very crucial moment in my life because I'm transitioning and I'm going to work on some things that will help define the latter half of the year, you know? First of all, my music, right? I'm planning to release my album in June the 27th. And so I need to work extremely hard on that album. And I need to start dedicating myself today to working on the album. Because you see, what I didn't do was mix and master the album. I recorded it, but I didn't mix and master it. So I need to work on that. I have to work on the music videos. I worked on the first half of the first music video. I have to work on the second half of the music video. And then I have to do a whole nother music video. And that music video will coincide with this music video to make a whole music film. So that's exciting for me. Um, that's something that I really want to do. Um, but besides working on music, my goal is to pass the FE exam. And I'm planning to take it in July because I need to put in a lot of effort for this record and for this FE exam. Um, yeah, I gotta take a lot of time to actually study for it. And I have to literally work my ass off, work harder than many other people who've actually studied for the exam and passed it. Because at any point, at any moment, I might not pass the FE exam. And then this whole period of my life would be a waste to me. I mean, it already feels like a waste. I don't feel productive. Um, I'm doing as much to plan out my life, but I don't feel like this period of my life is actually productive. And I'm doing anything to really push myself to go farther. So I'm actually really disappointed about that. But there's no other time period than to start now to really put myself in a really great position in terms of working my ass off. Um, and so a few things I wanted to talk about. First of all, um, in terms of the FE exam, like I said, I'm gonna pass it in July, but I have things that I'm doing to prepare for it. I'm looking at, I'm doing a class online, and this class is helping me, understand basic materials. Once I finish that class, then I will be able to go further and figure out a date to study and pass the FE exam. Um, I also have a certificate that I am trying to get, and it's in MATLAB. And I know MATLAB is very important. I want to be very proficient in it. So I'm going to take that certificate class and see if I can pass that. Another thing that I'm trying to do is see if I can go to another place to get my PhD. This is what I've been trying to figure out. I want to experience a new, different culture, a new life for me. And so I'm thinking about going to a whole nother university. I won't say yet until I get to that point. But I want to go there and experience new people. There's someone there that I already know. Just experience a new life. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's just this time period of my life is a huge juggle. I'm juggling research. I'm juggling FE exam study. I'm juggling music. It's a lot of juggling. And that's why I have to do as much as I can to push myself to go harder. Because once the release date gets passed and everything doesn't go the way that it should go, then I would be in a really bad position. In fact, I initially wanted to work on more music. Um, I had I had my lyrics printed out. I had beats together. I had some lyrics that I wanted to say for another portion. I was actually ready. I had everything prepared. But then I had to realize that um, you know, quality versus quantity. You know, if I've already recorded enough songs to be on the album, why should I record more? You know, even though the album is a very short album, the album is about less than 20 minutes. But even though the album is a short album, I still need to make sure that every song is accounted for. So I took the time to shred those lyrics, um, and just be intentional about putting effort into um, the ones that I already have. So yeah, it's really hard and very tempting to work on more music, but I have to stick with the music I already have, and that's a tough thing to do. Um, and I think that's what a lot of people need to figure out. I think a lot of people need to worry about quality versus quantity. Some people do well with a lot of stuff, but you know, the best thing is to deal with not much, I guess you could say. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be a lot. I'm just trying to finish this music and the FE exam before August, and then in August I plan to do that certification for MATLAB before I start going to school. When I go to school, I'm gonna cut off a lot of other stuff. I'm not gonna work on any more music. I'm done with that. Um, I won't even have to worry about getting certificates. I'll be done with that particular portion of my life. And then, you know, what I plan to do is focus fully on other creative pursuits. I have a screenplay that I'm working on, and I want to pursue that instead of, working on um, music and doing all that type of stuff. In fact, I've experienced a burnout in terms of my musical career. My musical career, you know, I can work on beats here and there. I can work on lyrics here and there. It can be a very creative endeavor. But I've reached a point where I'm just musically burned out. Um, I think that's where everyone is. That's why as you get older, you realize that people who've made music for a long time sometimes don't release as much as they used to because they get burned out and they have to take longer periods of time just to work on quality music. And sometimes they take a long time and the music is not necessarily quality. Um, I mean, you got some people who could put out music like that. Um, Look at Kanye West. Kanye West, he puts out music a lot more often than some other people. Yet his music has turned into something that's of less quality um, than his previous work. So that's on him. Some people release music and then they get better, but it's hard for people to keep on releasing music and for it to be of high quality. Um, but anyway, that's not the point. The point is for me to focus on my other creative endeavors. So when I finish, um, when I finish this little period of my life where I um, work on music and the FE exam, and then I get ready for school, I'll be hugely focusing on my screenplay. Once I finish the screenplay, um, I don't know what I'll do next. What would I do next after I finish the screenplay? I might just take a break from any creative endeavor. Let me put something on the wall that will help me get through life, I guess. Okay. There you go. Okay. Here we go. I put some on the wall. And this will help me study a little bit more. And not only study, but just get these tasks complete. I initially actually said that I wanted the album to be released um, on my birthday. But I'm realizing that my birthday is not the best time. The reason why my birthday is not the best time is because my birthday is during school, you know? I don't want to be working on anything during school besides the screenplay. And the screenplay is a big endeavor. You don't understand how long it takes to work on works of art, you know? For this music, I've been working on this album since November 2024. So it's a lot of music. It's not, I mean, it's not a lot of music, but it has been a lot to work on. 9 songs during a period from November 2024 to April 2025 was a big time period. And now I still need to get the mixing and mastering done, which honestly could have been done last month, but I was extremely dedicated to try to do a little bit of FE studying, and I still have some more to go. I still need to work on this, the statics portion, statistics. No, statics. It's called statics. I need to work on the statics portion, and once I do that, then I can be more confident about passing the FE. Um, that's all I have to say. This is a crucial time period because if I don't release the album on the day it's supposed to be released, then the timeline of things won't work. If I don't take the FE exam in in July, the what was it, July 26th? If I don't take it at that time, then the timeline of things will not work either. Um, a lot of people want to know if you've passed the FE exam in order for you to become a more profitable engineer. Um, and so I need to become more profitable. So, anyway, that's enough of me babbling. I'm just talking about everything that I want to happen. But the album will be released. Look out for the album. It's going to be released as well as the music film.